Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán, the infamous leader of Mexico's Sinaloa cartel, became a global legend not only for his brutal control over the drug trade, but also for his daring prison escapes. His 2015 breakout from a maximum security prison through an elaborate underground tunnel remains one of the most audacious criminal feats in modern history. Hit that like button and subscribe right now. Today we dive into the life of a man whose power, wealth, and cunning made him nearly untouchable for decades. Welcome to Exclusion. Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán was a name that struck fear across both Mexico and the United States. For decades, his life was marked by a violent rise to power, building a drug empire that became one of the most notorious criminal organizations in the world, the Sinaloa cartel. His story is filled with brutal acts, remarkable escapes, and an unparalleled ability to manipulate the world around him, bending even the most secure prison systems to his will. The tale of his 2015 escape from one of Mexico's most secure prisons is a testament to his cunning, audacity, and the vast resources of his cartel. Yet the escape itself is only one part of a life deeply intertwined with the world of organized crime, corruption, and violence. To understand the full weight of this dramatic event, it's essential to go back to the beginning of El Chapo's journey, a journey that shaped modern drug trafficking and exposed the vulnerabilities of even the most powerful governments. Humble beginnings in Sinaloa. Joaquín Guzmán was born in La Tuna, a small remote village in the rugged Sierra Madre Mountains of Sinaloa, Mexico, on April 4, 1957. His childhood was marked by extreme poverty, and his family barely scraped by through subsistence farming. As a child, Guzmán witnessed the harsh realities of rural life in Sinaloa, where the government was distant and economic opportunities were scarce. The mountainous region of Sinaloa, however, provided fertile ground for the cultivation of marijuana and opium poppies, plants that would eventually drive the global drug trade. By his teenage years, Guzmán had become involved in the drug business, initially working as a small-time grower and trafficker. His ruthless ambition and keen understanding of the illicit economy allowed him to quickly rise through the ranks of the underworld. In the late 1970s, Guzmán caught the attention of Miguel Ángel Felix Gallardo, the infamous leader of the Guadalajara cartel, then the most powerful drug organization in Mexico. Felix Gallardo recognized Guzmán's potential and brought him into the fold, where he honed his skills in smuggling drugs and building networks of corrupt officials. By the 1980s, Guzmán had become an integral part of the operation, specializing in coordinating drug shipments across the U.S.-Mexico border. Rise of the Sinaloa cartel. When Felix Gallardo was arrested in 1989, the cartel fractured, creating a power vacuum that Guzmán and others sought to fill. Guzmán co-founded the Sinaloa cartel, a powerful organization that would eventually control large portions of Mexico's drug trade. He became known for his innovative smuggling techniques, which included using tunnels beneath the U.S.-Mexico border, hidden compartments in trucks, and even sophisticated methods like submarines and aircraft. His operations spanned continents, with Sinaloa's network stretching from Mexico to the U.S., Europe, and beyond. Unlike some drug lords who preferred to remain in the shadows, Guzmán became something of a legend, infamous for both his brutality and his cunning. He was known for ordering horrific acts of violence to maintain control, often targeting rival cartels and those who betrayed him. Thousands of deaths have been attributed to the ongoing wars between the Sinaloa cartel and other factions, like the Los Zetas and the Juarez cartel. Guzmán's rise paralleled the escalating violence of Mexico's drug wars, which reached unprecedented levels in the early 2000s. His ability to avoid capture was almost supernatural. Authorities on both sides of the border pursued him, but Guzmán always seemed to slip away at the last moment. His legend only grew as stories of his elusiveness, wealth, and power spread. The first escape, 2001. El Chapo's first significant encounter with the law came in 1993. After narrowly surviving an assassination attempt at the Guadalajara airport, in which a Catholic cardinal was mistakenly killed, Guzmán was captured and sentenced to 20 years in prison on charges of drug trafficking, murder, and bribery. Authorities believed they had finally caged the notorious drug lord when they placed him in Puente Grande, a maximum security prison in Jalisco. But Guzmán's reach extended well beyond prison walls. With a vast fortune at his disposal, he was able to bribe prison officials and guards. In January 2001, after nearly 8 years behind bars, El Chapo executed one of the most remarkable prison escapes in history. He was wheeled out of the prison, hidden inside a laundry cart, with the help of at least 70 corrupt prison employees. The escape deeply embarrassed the Mexican government and highlighted the pervasive corruption that allowed a man like Guzmán to manipulate the system. Once out, Guzmán vanished into the mountains of Sinaloa, where he was protected by a vast network of loyal operatives. For the next 13 years, he evaded capture, becoming a ghost in the law enforcement world. His drug empire continued to grow, flooding the United States with narcotics and generating billions in revenue. During this time, Guzmán's power became nearly unrivaled in the criminal underworld. The 2014 capture, a temporary setback. After more than a decade on the run, authorities got their break in February 2014. U.S. intelligence and Mexican Marines tracked El Chapo to a modest beachfront apartment in Mazatlan, Sinaloa. He was captured in a swift raid, arrested alongside his family without a single shot fired. At long last, the world believed that the elusive kingpin's reign had come to an end. Guzmán was once again sent to a maximum security prison, this time the Altiplano federal prison. Mexican authorities were determined not to repeat the mistakes of the past. Guzmán was placed under 24-hour surveillance and his cell was equipped with multiple cameras. The world watched as El Chapo's trial seemed inevitable, but Guzmán's mind was already working on his next move. The 2015 escape, masterpiece of criminal genius. On the evening of July 11, 2015, just over a year after his capture, Guzmán disappeared again. The moment he vanished, it sent shockwaves around the world, exposing the fragility of even the most secure systems. Details of this escape would soon reveal the immense planning, resources, and ingenuity behind it. For months, a team of engineers had been working on an elaborate underground tunnel that led from beneath the shower in Guzmán's cell to a nearby construction site outside the prison walls. The tunnel was a feat of engineering, 5.6 feet high, 30 feet underground, equipped with ventilation, lighting, and even a motorcycle mounted on rails to transport him and the digging equipment quickly. It stretched nearly 1.5 kilometers, almost 1 mile, to freedom, emerging beneath an unfinished house far from the prison's security perimeter. In a bold move, Guzmán stepped into the shower, the only blind spot in his cell, and vanished. By the time guards realized he was missing, Guzmán was already deep underground, riding the motorcycle through the tunnel to freedom. The escape was nothing short of a criminal masterpiece, orchestrated with military precision. The complexity of the tunnel left authorities and experts stunned. It wasn't just a tunnel. It was a symbol of the incredible reach and resources of the Sinaloa cartel, life on the run and recapture. After his escape, Guzmán went underground again, disappearing into the vast network of safe houses and loyal cartel operatives across Mexico. His ability to elude capture was once again on full display. The Mexican government launched one of the largest manhunts in the country's history, but Guzmán remained a step ahead. For months, rumors circulated about his whereabouts. Authorities almost caught him in October 2015. But Guzmán escaped through a series of secret tunnels beneath one of his safe houses in the Sinaloa mountains. This narrow escape further fed his legend with stories of his near-mythical ability to evade law enforcement. But in January 2016, Guzmán's luck finally ran out. After a raid on his hideout in the town of Los Mochis, Sinaloa, Mexican Marines cornered Guzmán. Following a brief firefight, he was captured. This time there would be no room for error, extradition, and trial in the U.S. Fearing another escape, Mexican authorities wasted no time. In 2017, they extradited Guzmán to the United States, where he was charged with multiple crimes, including drug trafficking, money laundering, and murder. His trial in 2019 was one of the most high-profile criminal cases in U.S. history, revealing the vast and violent operations of the Sinaloa cartel. Witnesses testified about Guzmán's brutal tactics, including ordering killings and using violence to maintain control of his empire. In July 2019, El Chapo was sentenced to life in prison plus 30 years. He was sent to ADX Florence, a federal supermax prison in Colorado, where he now resides under extreme security conditions. Conditions that seem to make a third escape virtually impossible. The legacy of El Chapo. El Chapo's life is a symbol of the power and reach of the Mexican drug cartels. His rise to power, fueled by corruption, violence, and cunning, reflects the deep-seated issues within Mexico's struggle against organized crime. Despite his imprisonment, the Sinaloa cartel remains one of the most powerful criminal organizations in the world, a testament to the lasting impact of his leadership. Thank you for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe for everything Exclusion.